I'm Molly McHugh with the Daily Dot, and I'm here with Megan Smith, the Chief Technical Officer for the White House. And she just gave a really awesome presentation about how we're losing women in history, and we're trying to find and pull them back. And I wanted to ask you kind of how you started becoming involved in this event in particular, if somebody called you and you said absolutely, or did you go out and seek them?
Yeah, I love the Makers Project. Dylan McGee and the AOL team who's created that are really working on trying to tell women's stories. And I just noticed early on that Dylan didn't have technical women. So I pointed out to her, and she didn't really see it, and then she saw it. And so we really have to work on the visibility of technical women. And there's been amazing technical women and minorities who've been elite contributors to computer science and other things throughout our history, whether it's the ENIAC programmers, who are the first digital programmers in the United States, Ada Lovelace, who's the first programmer in the world, or first person to do algorithms in the 1800s, all the way up to Katherine Johnson, who calculated the trajectories for Alan Shepard, John Glenn, and the Apollo mission, African-American woman who's in her 90s living in Maryland now. So we want to make sure these stories are told. And that our young men and our young women know about them so that they can see themselves in those jobs and in those futures. It's very important for our country, for the innovation in our country. We are trying to get more people into tech and IT. They're phenomenal, exciting, collaborative fields, and we want everybody in.
And this is a wonderful effort, but is there anything else going on that you think is really pulling women into these fields, or at least acknowledging them better, that just kind of stands out to you as a great effort?
Yeah, there's an interesting challenge that we face. And up until the 80s, women were actually 40% of the computer scientists. And it just went off a cliff as the personal computer came in, because we accidentally kind of handed it to our boys and forgot to also hand it to our girls. And so we had, unconscious bias in our own societies, and that caused that trouble. We're kind of waking up to that as an industry. It's really caused a lot of trouble because you need diverse teams to make great products. And so the industry's working hard. There's great interventions at the college level, things like the curriculum developments at Harvey Mudd, where they just changed the curriculum, made it more interesting so that the young women could see why were we doing these things. And they split so that sometimes you come to college and some people have programmed for 8 or 10 years and some people are new. So they have an entry-level class and an elite level start class. Just very smart, innovative things that you can do. In the companies, people are working on unconscious bias. They're working on recruiting. They're working on advancement of women. So a lot of great work going on. I'm excited, even though the tech industry has a long way to go. I think that we're the kind of industry that when we wake up, we tend to take action. We could potentially move the fastest. And in general, President Obama and the team have been really good in starting the Council on Women and Girls and really trying to advance the women and minorities in our country and having a lot of great policy work around that.
Have you seen that this year at CES it seems like there are a lot more women in founder positions, or does that seem like it's changed to you?
Yeah, I think people are, there's always been women in our industry. It's just they aren't always on stage at events and stuff. So people are making a conscious decision to reach out and making sure panels are a little more balanced, and that, founders are coming from all different walks of lives. As well as not only just also from different parts of the country. One of the great things that we're seeing is that the emergence of tech innovation across the United States in the cities that have had incredible industrial age contributions that are now starting to have tech incubators and code boot camps and people coming into this industry, in St. Louis, in Omaha, and Philadelphia, and other places, in addition to our classic brain hubs or tech sector like Silicon Valley or Austin.
Yeah. Well, great. Thank you so much for your time. Really appreciate it.
Sure. It's great to be here.
Thanks a lot.
Thanks.